Guys, if you could all stop living your life out of a place of fear, that'd be great. None of us are promised tomorrow. Like something could happen at any point, and we are all going to die one day. I almost died 4 times this past year. I mean, it was really close a couple of times too. And, yeah, I'd be a little sad. But I mean, honestly, like when it's your time, it's your time. I mean, why worry about it? So don't let that control your life. Live your life fully every day. I recently posted a video about me talking to my OBGYN about trying to get pregnant and him being all doom and gloom because of my health conditions and age. And I know a few people, they're like, oh, your chances of blood clots and stuff like this are higher because of pregnancy, and oh, blah, 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 blah. And I appreciate their concern. But, man, I don't care if my chances of death are over 50%. I mean, I've almost died so many times in this life. I've had so much practice at almost dying. I'm okay with it. I mean, I was totally at peace with it in 2020. I mean, I even tried to off myself as a teenager. I'm glad I didn't. But like at this point, I mean, like I got to go to Japan. I grew up so poor. My only dreams were to own a house, have a college degree, and to hopefully have a career of some sort. I mean, I hope the career would be like a little better. But I think there's some potential now. I got to meet Patrick Stewart. I'm good. I'm good. I hope to see more, but if I die now, I die happy. If I feel, I'm going to go spiritual for a second, but you don't even have to be spiritual. But if I feel like God's telling me that I need to have a kid, then I'm going to try and have a kid. But, F God right now. If I feel like I should have a kid, I'm going to have a kid. Because you know what, guys? We're all God. We're all the same thing. We're God. God's us. And I was having a conversation with somebody the other day. And every other sentence was God this and God that. And man, it was annoying. I won't do that to y'all. Yeah, I was over here like, you're sounding like a mindless zombie. You realize that God gave you free will God didn't even give you free will. It's a reciprocal relationship. But whatever. You believe what you want to believe. But you better not try and make anybody else believe what you believe. People have free will. They get to believe what they want to believe. So leave them alone. Stop living out of fear, guys. Come on. Like, it doesn't even matter. And, if you want to live out of fear, that's fine. Actually, no, it's not fine, because when you live out of fear, you try and hold everybody back and you suffocate us because you're holding on so tight. So please just stop it. But going back to what I just said, that's my belief. You don't have to believe it. But let me ask you this. What do you want to believe? Do you want to believe that your life is pointless and that you're suffering for no reason? Or do you want to believe that it all has a higher purpose and you just don't understand it right now? Respect that other people have the right to make that decision for themselves and to have their own beliefs, spiritual beliefs, creative beliefs, or whatever kind of beliefs they want to have, guys. Man, just let other people live their life. It's fine to express concern and care, but please don't worry so much that you stress yourself out and make yourself sick. You all need to learn that we are all individuals capable of making our own decisions. Most of us know what's right for us, and we know what we're willing to risk or not risk or put up with or not put up with. I don't know about y'all, but for me personally, like, I want to actually live life. I didn't come here to be a zombie like so many people. I want to experience the human experience. And also, I'm a quality and not a quantity person. I'd rather have a shorter life. It's awesome than a long life that's boring. Some of y'all may be here in order to have that like peaceful kind of like Zen life. That's not what I came here for. I came here for adventure. This is like the best game ever. Some of us in the spiritual community call this Earth School. I know I've been here before. I'm pretty sure I'll come back, though. I don't know. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh, I know it's my favorite game. I don't know if I'd actually come back again. I say that, but I know after enough time, I know I'd totally come back again. I mean, I've already been here. I've been through this damn loop like 25,000 freaking times. In this cycle alone, I've had over 150 lives, which is way more than most of you efforts. It explains why I'm an old soul. Most people have only reincarnated about 20, 25, 27, according to most of the spiritual statistics, which I trust 100%. I remember when I had my Akashic Records read and asked about my first life. They're like, I see you as a Chinese man on a diet, like a teacher. And I'm like, and they tell me about it. I'm like, yeah. I was totally fucking Confucius, guys. 100% I was Confucius in a past life. You could have been too, because there's lots of fun stuff with reincarnation. We can have been the same people in the past because we can split apart and stuff. But anyways, that's a subject for another video, guys. I don't want to overwhelm y'all right now. I was really intent on coming back this past year, but I've had kind of a change of heart the last 6 months. I think I'm finally ready to go off and do my own thing again after this life. We'll see. I mean, I remember when God was telling me about the future and what life was going to be like. I was having visions of being on like the Starship Enterprise. We're taking off into space. I remember there was like a World of Warcraft planet, and like Carl was with me, so there was like a Disney planet, like a Lego planet, stuff like this. Whatever we can imagine and create, we were going to go off and explore. Now, not everybody, because some of y'all might not want that. You can get to do whatever the hell you want to do. You create your own reality, guys. If you want to go to hell, you can go to hell. But it's you that put you there. Because just in case you don't know, we're eternal energy beings that live for, we're just here having a human experience. So we can learn, grow, develop, and expand the collective, because the universe is constantly in a state of contraction and expansion. We're currently contracting back to source, getting ready for a big push out. That's why things keep speeding up and things are progressing more rapidly in society. Enjoy your life. Enjoy this experience, man. Isn't it a blessing? But don't get too attached to it, because it's going to be over one day. But it's okay, because you will remember this life when you go to the next thing, back to the spirit realm, or whatever your belief system calls it. Because if you look at most of the belief systems on this planet, they're all talking about the same damn thing. They're just fighting with each other over freaking words and semantics. Communication is the root of all problems, guys. Just PSA for today. Think of it this way. We're all souls that chose to come here and experience certain things, to learn certain things in order to level up. And after this life, we go back to the spirit realm, or whatever you want to call it, with this new knowledge that's added to our soul, which remembers all of the other stuff that we've experienced, and we get to decide what we want to do next. Sometimes we choose to come back and experience more stuff. We just keep accumulating knowledge and stuff. I mean, imagine if you were your soul outside of Earth School, aka the best video game in the universe, and you wanted to go play as a different character and experience something different, so you could level up a different stat, so you could understand something else. Doesn't that sound cool? It does sound like the best game in the universe. This is why game-based learning is so awesome, because that's exactly what we're doing right now. That's what all of life is. It's all game-based learning. We were all just thrown in a giant sandbox with amnesia, and we're figuring it out as we go. But you know what, guys? We're getting close. We're getting close to figuring it out, or at least some of us are, but don't worry. The harvest happens in waves. And by harvest, let's just say graduation. Like, some of us are of different classes. But you don't even need to worry about any of that, because this video is just to tell you to stop being afraid of everything. But just to give you the synopsis of this game. This game is all about the battle between love versus fear. And what will you allow to control you? Are you going to be controlled and live your life based out of fear? Are you going to embrace love and trust and faith in the universe and whatever God whatever? Which one do you want to do? Do you want to be controlled by fear and let fear win? Or do you want to embrace love? I know which one I want. So in synopsis, stop living in fear. You create your own reality. And you have free will, so you get to believe whatever you want to believe. So why are you believing all this shit that other people are telling you? Why aren't you actually thinking about what you want to believe? What do you want to believe? That's what I challenge you. What do you want to believe? What do you want to believe? And if you want to believe it, then why don't you just believe it?